Hello. Alright. I'm gonna be rereading Inochi no Spare. I Was Born for You. I did bought the disc at some point. Luckily I was able to purchase a pre-owned one, and I'm deciding to reread it again. This time in English, because the last time I read it, I was reading it while using a machine translator, which isn't the best, but something that you might have to do with most. Right? But afterwards, after I finish this one, I'll try to find their previous works if there's a pre-owned one. I'll try to purchase that one to get it shipped, and just wait for the inevitable fan English translation that's happening currently. It's not out yet, but we'll get started. "6 years ago, my brother died. He was brilliant, popular, suave, but most of all, he was always kind. However, I couldn't do a thing to help him in his dying moments. Blood dripping from his lips, he fiercely gripped at the left side of his chest. Then, as he clawed away his skin, his red flesh is exposed. Beneath his torn clothes are wounds that covered the body. His fingers dig deeper and deeper. Thick gushing sound echoes, creating gash after gash. He continues to gouge his skin with his nails. Brother! I call out to him. All I met with is a cough mixed with wet sound of blood and drool. His once handsome face is buried beneath the seeping fluid. Devoid of all sense of reason, he continues to rip away at his chest with a raspy voice. He flings his arms, gushing with blood, on the bed and dyed with sheets crimson. I cover my ears in terror, but it doesn't block his anguished howls. Patches of mark resembling floating sakura petals cover his entire body. They first appeared on the left side of his chest, but now they've spread. They were bewitching at first. I only see my brother's anguish in those sakura petals now. I'm only a child. The best doctors in the world can't do anything to cure him or ease his pain, let alone me. Brother, hold on. Just a bit more. It won't be long. Before your suffering is over. Press the button to call the nurse. I don't know if they can hear it, so I keep pressing. My brother's going mad. There's no way my strength is enough to stop him. Brother. My tears flow as I watch him tear himself apart. With that, my beloved brother dies. His last moments spent in anguish. I can only watch, cursing my own futility as it all unfolds. But somewhere deep within the recesses of my heart, Another emotion begins to form. I'm so glad I wasn't the one who died. Those foolish thoughts bounce around in my head as I watch him pass away. Now, I'm reaping what I sowed. The beginning of April. It's Sakura season, or at least what they always called it. Blooming sakuras can't be called the true color of spring nowadays. Many people in my generation probably haven't even seen the real thing for themselves. For as long as I've been alive, it's becoming increasingly rare to see them. There are a few sakura trees left in the country these days. One of those few that remain is blooming in my very yard. I'm gonna make it louder. I hear Meguri's gentle whisper as she stares at the sakura. I take a seat behind her on the porch and let out a sigh. It's better in the house. Whatever floats your boat, Meguri. Not really. I mean, it's been there for years now. I do get to see occasional funny look though. Says the girl who's taking her sweet time savoring said tree. Meguri doesn't share the hatred that everyone else feels towards sakura trees. Then again, I'm in the same camp as her. Sakura viewing. Huh. It's alright with me, but didn't you have something you wanted to talk about? If you want to know what sakura means, short term, it just means cherry blossom. Sure, but we should probably head back in then. Meguri slowly moves away from the sakura tree and walks towards the porch. She sits down next to me. She really does plan on talking here. Can you wait for a minute? I'll brew us some tea. What's the point in sakura viewing without any refreshments? You're the one who suggested it. I'm just going along with it. Even if they're a friend that casually comes over frequently, guest or self-guest. Since she's here, I have to do the best as a host. If only you said something ahead of time, I would have prepared. And then I say under my breath as I grab some tea from Meguri. I happen to have some rice crackers, so I put them on the plate as well. As soon as I got home, she texted, "I'm coming over." So out of blue. Muttering my complaints under my breath along the way, I returned to the porch with a tray containing rice crackers and 2 teacups. That's assuming I do. I bring the tray over and take a seat next to her. I gaze at the sakura tree. I gaze at the sakuras for a few seconds before turning to look at the girl right next to me. So, what you want to talk about? Meguri broaches such a heavy topic in a surprisingly light tone. My eyes are fixated on her, knowing it's not a joke. How is it, exactly? She talks about it like using a tone like she would. What? She talks about it using a tone like she would gossip with. Her carefree attitude says otherwise, but things are grim. Feel it getting worse even now? I nod. She begins to sip on her tea in silence. After putting the cup back down, she takes a moment to collect herself and then looks at me. Convinced? I only know bits and pieces. I still don't have the full picture. I can't get those words that Meguri said so casually out of my head. Life and death. She stares at me, and I find myself lost in her eyes. Refusing to look away, I respond, I'd like to know more. Meguri picks up her teacup again and takes another sip. I look towards the sakura tree as I wait. The gentle breeze rustles it once again and sends the petal aflutter. Once in a full bloom, they'll fall even more. A feeling of melancholy stabs at me. It's only been a day since Meguri came over to my house. By now she's back in the classroom. It's business as usual for her. She's back to her cheery self as if that heavy talk we had never happened. She's seated away from my desk and is talking to her friend Oimiya. Meguri's voice is pretty easy to pick up, so I naturally found myself eavesdropping. Seems like Meguri just got invited to a mixer. According to her, she's been asked several times before. If someone as pretty as her came along, she'd end up being the center of attention. I instinctively jerked my head up upon hearing my name. And then our eyes meet. I turned to focus back on my book, not like I needed to butt in. I mean, it's better if I don't say anything. I wouldn't be able to keep up with two high school girls. Just as I flipped the page, someone comes to my desk. Shukugawa and me? Kogane is one of my friends from class and likes to tease me. I gave him a cold answer, using Meguri's last name like she did earlier when talking about me. What possibly gave you that impression? It's probably annoying for her that you guys try. It's probably annoying for her that you two. Blah. I'm so bad. It's probably annoying for her that you guys are saying this stuff. Close my book and sigh. Here we were supposed to act like we weren't close. We've passed each other a few times. Not like there's anything going on between us. Even though that's not actually the case. It's just that I'm the only one in class that knows her secret. Thanks to Meguri's sly manipulation, the topic finally changes. They likely won't mention me again. After a while, class is over. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Kogane calls me out and darts out of the classroom. With my eyes now on the doorway, I happen to notice Meguri and Omiya. How do I say her name? Omiya there.
Meguri, karaoke 行かない？ああ、ごめん。今日早く帰ってこいって言われててさ。なんだよ。Meguri いないと盛り上がんないんだけど。
But before that, Meguri glances my way. Huh? She leaves, but her expression was trying to tell me something. She must have something she wants to talk about. Just then, my phone buzzes. I check to see that she just messaged me. As soon as I finish reading, I get another message with a map. I realize it's giving me directions to a cafe to meet her at. Huh? I wasn't sure what she's playing at, but she sent another message. Got it. I send her what pops in my head. Grab my bag, get up to leave. It's a 20-minute walk from here. Is it fine if I show up whenever? Whatever. I'll just not head on over. If it turns out that I made her wait, I'll apologize. I leave the classroom and look at the map she sent me for directions. On the way, I think back to what she said yesterday. Yeah?
明日、私の妹と話をしてほしいんだ。やっぱり驚くよね。なんでここでリアの話が出てくるんだって。
What does Meguri's sister has to do with me? Weren't we talking about Meguri's life? I start to space out and end up letting a weird voice loose. Please be gentle.
リュウジのそういう顔は珍しいから、もうちょっと混乱させちゃおうかな。
After her warning, I brace myself. She lets out a small breath. She lets out a small breath before smiling and continuing to talk. That sci-fi concept?
リュウジはさ、デザイナーベイビーって知ってる？さ、いわゆる一つのサイエンスフィクション。
I know she's not joking with
that.
Scrambling. I go back to her question and try to answer it. I'm not exactly sure, but those are where you modify the genes, right? Like someone will mess with the baby's genes before it's born, I think. There is that whole ethics problem surrounding it. So we're not just talking about sci-fi concepts. By how she's acting, she's being genuine. Don't be around the bush. What are you getting at? She starts to sip on her tea in silence. I feel she must be taking the time to put her thoughts together on what to say. She puts the tea down and stares right at me. Ria's name comes up again. I can't help but this is going to be a waste of time before I even hear what she has to say. Her eyes continue to bore holes in me, as though she knows what I'm thinking, but she finally speaks.
ジはいつもリアクション薄めだけど、今は何を考え
That's
てい
pretty
るかはっ
close.
きりわかる。こいつは何を言っているんだみたいな感じでしょ。
Her voice is getting heavier despite the joking.
リュウジの考えが読めるのも
She never
私くらい
been
な
this
もんだね。
broody in class. Yeah, but it's coming from you, so I believe it.
さすがに
Yeah, pretty much.
信じるにはそれだけで十分。
Honestly, even if it seems too wild to be true, I just have to accept what she says. I know she's not messing around. It's related to her life and death matter.
信じてくれるならもうちょっと話を続けさせていただきましょう。リアが生ま
Why
れ
the
た、
correction?
いや、生まれさせられた理由とか。
Her phrasing made me think about the ethical issues
だって
surrounding it
その通り
that
だ
I
から
brought
ね。
up. Given how she put it, the mood is oddly tense.
まず、なんでリアが作られたのか。端的に申し上げますと、私のスペア。そう。
She
もうちょっと
gently
細かく言うと、
touches her left
私の
breast.
心臓のスペア。
She takes down her hand and gives a pained smile before continue.
私さ、死ぬじゃん。だって本当のことでしょ。リュウジも知っての通り。一度黄門病にかかったら、あとは怯えて過ごすだけ。怯えてるうちに最後の症状が出て、それから10日で死ぬ。満開の桜が散っていくように。なんて。
Reflexively, I look away from her for a moment. Once the terror kicks in, that is the result. I erase the image from my mind and look back at her.
でも、治す方法がないわけではない。それはリュウジだって知ってるでしょ。黄門病のそもそもの原因は心臓の異常。それなら心臓を取り替えてしまえばいい。まあ、他にも治療が必要だけど、
So you're saying
まず解決しなきゃいけない問題はそこ。病気の性質的にただの移植じゃなくて、遺伝子的に完璧に適合する心臓が必要となる。だけど適合確率は親兄弟でも限りなく低い。
she talks so nonchalantly about it that I feel shivers down my spine. Given what was just said, it's easy to imagine why. リアは私の病気を治すために法外な手段を使ってまで作られた。私と完全に遺伝子が一致するようにきっちりと操作された上でね。ありえないでしょ。姉の身代わりに死ぬ。そのために生まれたなんて。たまたま脳死。 As I listen to Meguri,
生まれる
a
前から
memory
殺すつもりで
surfaces.
作ったってことだよ。
Shake my head to shoo it away. It doesn't matter now. Nothing. It's just so messed up. Alright, let me reread that again. Nothing. It's just so messed up. Ria,
だよね。
what does she think about all of this?
リ
Even though that means you'll be choosing death? What the hell? She's acting strange. This is her own life we're talking about here. She lost her usual energy and playfulness. Her smile is much more tender. I can see a hint of sorrow in her face. Seeing it makes my chest tighten. You said convinced earlier. You mean you want me to wind your sister? You mean you want me to wind your sister over, right? You want me to tell her not like she just listens to me? Not like she just listened to me either. I only met her a few times though. Meguri jumps off the porch with some skip in her steps. She stands in front of me, shoots her eyes at me with solemn expression. I thought this would just be a conversation. Oh. Can I back? I don't. Oh yeah, I can. Meguri lets out a forced sigh. Her bitter smile shows how distressed she is. Whatever ends up happening, Meguri needs me. Not like I have a reason to refuse. I look at Meguri, whose eyes are fixed on me, and nod my head. I think back on yesterday. While walking to the meeting place. Finally, I arrived at the cafe on the map. Here, I spot the person I'm looking for right away. Approaching the girl sitting on one of the tables, I greet her. Hey Ria, it's been a while. No, it's fine. We'll need to get up. Alright. I did again. She stops halfway and sits down across from me. It's Ria, Meguri's little sister. Her smile is gentle and warm. Yeah. Were you waiting long? Don't worry about it. I got here late after all. In front of Ria is a steaming hot cup. It looks pretty much full. I'm relieved she hasn't been waiting long. Did you just think of us as a pair, Ria?
ってました。私がリュウジさんにお会いするのっていつもお姉ちゃんと一緒に歩いてた時でしたから。
Do we
最
seem
初は
that
お姉ちゃんにも彼氏がって思ってとってもびっくりしたんですよ。はい、すっごく私がやきもち焼いちゃったくらいです。もう
I
私
remember
と
the
一緒
first
に
time
遊んでくれなく
I
なっち
met
ゃう
her.
のかなって。
She didn't seem jealous. At least not that I could see. Either she's exaggerating or she's good at hiding her emotions. Nervous?
そういうわけなので今日はすごくビクビクしてます。
So that was she said.
リュウジさんから私に話がある
I
みたいだ
thought
って聞
I'd
いた
be the
の
one
で、
listening, not the one doing the talking. Yeah, certainly hit the mark.
もしかして
Clear as day, she expects this to be about love. I feel bad thinking about how she'll react. Sure. Let's see here. Quickly scan the menu in front of me.
何か注文しないんですか？
Spot Meguri's recommendation on the menu. A cafe mocha. So what do you two
お
get?
姉ちゃんも私もここで何頼むかは決まってるんです。
I see that now.
お姉ちゃんのカフェオ
I
レ
see that now. I can take a closer look at Ria's cup. Why did Meguri tells me to get what Ria always ordered then, instead of what she likes? Sure. I'll get the cafe mocha then.
甘いのが苦手じゃなければぜひ。
Meguri said I should try the cafe
カフェオレ
mocha.
じゃなくていいん
Like,
ですか？
I'll make the text be.
そうだったんですか。ちゃんとお姉ちゃんのおすすめを頼むんですね。
Sure, I am. Why exactly her eyes are sparkling? Is she that happy I'm listening to Meguri?
きっとお姉ちゃんも頼んでくれるって思ったから教えたんですよ。ちゃんとリュウジさんもそれを汲み取ってやっぱり二人はお似合いです。
Does it really look that way?
こういう細かいところで出ると思うんです。相性って。
A match? Honestly, I don't see that. I'm starting to feel weird, so I get up. I'm gonna order.
はい、待ってますね。
She gives me a smile as I head to the cashier. My order comes out immediately, so I head back to my seat. I'm back.
はい、お帰りなさいです。
Her tone is pretty distinct from Meguri's. It's very gentle. And this is despite her jeans being the exact same. They're almost polar opposite. A complete mystery.
それではなんですけど、お姉ちゃんのどんなことをお話しするんですか？
Huh?
リュウジさん言ったじゃないですか。お姉ちゃんについての話をするって。
Ah, I guess I did say that.
何でもお答えしますよ。趣味とかでリュウジさんならそれくらい知っててもおかしくないですね。
Sorry about that.
何でもお答えしますよ。趣味とか好きなものとか。で、リュウジさんならそれくらい知っててもおかしくないですね。
Sorry about that. Actually, I don't. You make it sound like we're really close.
そうですよ。リュウジさんにならお姉ちゃんのことをお願いできますもん。
She barely knows me, and yet she's saying stuff like that? I cut to the chase, doubting if Meguri is right about her. I want to talk about Meguri's illness.
お姉ちゃん、リュウジさんにも伝えてるんですね。
Yeah. When the Oman disease first appeared, it was thought to be contagious. People tend to look down on those with the disease because of that initial impression. Even my brother, he didn't want to talk about it to anyone except family. Think so? In my case, it's more than I stumbled upon that info. It's a bit different from genuine trust. It's a pretty heavy topic. Oh. Man, I thought that was my line. Despite her words, Ria's smile stands strong. I feel a tinge of sorrow from her, but there's something else too. What do you mean, exactly? If I didn't know already, I'd mistake this for an optimistic mentality. However, I can hear the conviction in her voice. I know exactly why she's talking like this, and it's my cue to speak up, because she'll get your heart, right? For a moment, she looks rattled. Her words stumble out, losing their gentle touch. Yeah, bits and pieces. Should have been obvious what I want to talk about. She timidly looks at me, donning her earlier smile. Sure. It's okay. I was the one who brought this up. Take my cup and take a swig. My tongue burns because it's still hot. Ria and I empty our cups fairly quickly. We get up and head somewhere with fewer people. Keeping up with her pace, we arrive at the park. I thought there'd at least be some kids here. That's good to hear. Feeling somewhat relieved, I take a seat on the bench nearby. Ria follows my lead and sits down. Mostly everything, I think. She told me about you too. She looks oddly happy as a bitter smile emerged on her face. I get the feeling she's happy about my relationship with Meguri, but something feels off. I know that if things continue as they are, you'll end up giving your heart to Meguri. If that's the case, Ria. She says it so nonchalantly. It's unnerving hearing her say that in such a way. So, what do you think? That means you'll die, Ria. You're not even the one that's sick. It's like she doesn't grasp the concept of death. I don't think she'll pudge, but I plan to push as much as I
も
can.
しかしてリュウジさんの話ってそれを心配してくれてるってことですか？
Of course I am. I heard it all from Meguri, and it has me
リュウ
worried.
ジさん優しいです。
Anyone would feel this
そ
way.
れは世間の常識ですよね。
She brings her face in closer. She's being strangely forceful.
でも私の中の常識は違うんです。私はお姉ちゃんのために生まれたんですから。
She says that in such a matter-of-fact tone, but her face is as serene as it was before. There's no hint of fear when she talks about
お
death.
姉ちゃんもたまに同じことを言うんです。私のために殺されるなんてバカなことって。
And I happen to agree with her.
それ聞いた時私必ず怒っちゃうんです。自分の命の問題なのになんてこと言うのって。最近はあまり言わなくなってくれましたけどね。
For all her sister's health, she's completely disregarding her own life and offering it up. There's inconsistency in what she's saying, and she's turning a blind eye to it.
本当は移植手術ができるなら今すぐにでもしたいくらいなんですが、お父さんもお母さんも大きな症状が出ないうちは大丈夫って言い続けてて、それに縛りもありますからね。今の年じゃダメっていう。
True. For both donor and recipient, they have to be of a certain age before they can undergo the operation. Oman disease is an illness that affects the heart and the entire circulatory system. Curing it places a huge stress on the body. That's why Meguri can't undergo the surgery just yet.
でもですよ、リュウジさん、次の誕生日でお姉ちゃんの手術を受けられるようになるんです。
I look at her, and she simply looks overjoyed. I clearly understand the reason behind that gleam. This girl doesn't give a rat's ass about her own life.
そうすればお姉ちゃんに私の心臓が移植できる。
Although I don't get demonetized.
あとは手術の結果次第ですが、それくらいお姉ちゃんなら乗り切るに決まってます。
She sounds so tranquil while talking about this. It's like it's already a done deal that she'll give away her heart and
リュ
die.
ウジさん、実は私ちょっと怒ってるんですよ。
Wait, actually, I might actually get demonetized for saying those words too. What? Me?
当たり前じゃないですか。なんで私の心配なんかしてるんですか？リュウジさんが考えるべきなのはお姉ちゃんのことなんですよ。
For some reason, she made up her mind that Meguri and I are an item. You got it all backward, is what I want to say, but I can't bring myself
言っ
to.
たじゃないですか。お姉ちゃんのことずーっとよろしくお願いしますって。リュウジさんは私たち姉妹の、いや、家族の秘密を話せちゃうくらいの人なんですから。
Okay, then. I can't bring myself to nod. I think I understand now. Persuading her is a nigh impossible task. Meguri knew that, and that's why she wanted to at least try. Sorry, Ria. Just want to talk about it.
何の話かと思っちゃいました。
Is that really a laughing matter? I get up from the bench, and Ria does too. With a lull in the conversation, it feels like a good time to go home. I'll walk you home.
ありがとうございます。でも近いですし大丈夫です。じゃあリュウジさん、失礼します。
Ria politely bows her head and heads off, leaving me by myself. I sit back down when she's out of sight. Why is it so simple to her? It's unreasonable. Anyone would resist normally. At least that's how any other person would react knowing they'd be dying in someone's stead. At least that's how I was.
なんでわからないんだ、リュウジ。このままだと兄さんが小太郎が死ぬんだぞ。
The first memory that comes rushing back in is my father angrily beating me. The emotions and sensation from back then come flooding back. But
お前も小太郎のことが大切だろう。大事な兄が苦しみながら死ぬのを黙って見てられるのか。
I know. But still.
なら口答えするな。
His fist nearly breaks my teeth. Tears streaming from my eyes. Enduring the pain, I wipe my eyes and look up at Papa, my father.
お前は黙って検査を受けるんだ。あとは結果が出るのを待つだけ。それでいい。今度はなんだ。
Another punch comes my way. I can't wrap my head around how it comes to this. Of course I'm opposed to it.
待って、あなた落ち着いて。ちゃんとリュウジに納得してもらわないと。リュウジは小太郎が大好きだもの。話せば分かってくれるはずよ。
My mother's voice is soothing, unlike my raging father. I was scared to look at my mother's face, full of concern. I bet she doesn't understand how I feel in the least.
リュウジ、もうリュウジしかいないの。だから母さんたちの言うことを。
Even now, her voice is so serene and sweet. This is what I wanted, but I feel so wrong
リ
now.
ュウジも母さんたちと同じで兄さんが苦しむところを見たくないでしょ。兄さんを助けるためにはリュウジがちょっと我慢するだけでいいのよ。
A little? How the fact that I'll be dead be brushed aside like that? Dad, Mom, you don't want brother to die?
そうよ、そんなのは当然。
But you're fine with me?
そんなことを話しているんじゃない。
But if the examination says all clear, then I'll...
いつまでも口答えするな。
Once again, I'm hit. I remember one of my teeth falling out. My whole body shakes up just looking at Dad. I'm frozen, unable to
お
move.
前は黙って小太郎に心臓を渡せばいいだけだ。
But what about
兄
me?
さんのためなんだから仕方ないだろう。
Can't be helped.
そうね、小太郎を助けるためだもの。あなたのためなんだから分かって、リュウジ。
It's appalling. Even as a kid, I could see they were nuts. It makes me sick. Dad beating me into submission and Mom trying to guilt trip me. I'm here, alive and well. So why should I have to die in my brother's stead? I knew perfectly well that they didn't give a shit about me. Still, I never thought they would go out to such lengths to throw my life away. Insane, the both of them. So vile. Why would anyone be willing to sacrifice themselves for someone that is meant to die? But having just talked to Ria, having just to talk to Ria a little, it's clear she's so gung ho about it. What the hell is she thinking? I sigh, feeling hopeless. For a while, I just stand there doing nothing. Sometime later, I go home. After eating dinner, Meguri called me like she would say.
そっか。やっぱり私の前と同じこと言ったか。本音が言いたくても言えないってわけじゃなかったんだね。
Yeah, that's the vibe I got when talking to her. I tell her what happened today, and her reaction is about what I expected. Anyways, I tried to get her to change her mind, or at least get her thinking. Nope. She said you're the reason she was born. Those words are like a confession of love. Anyone would be ecstatic to hear them. For Meguri, she feels the exact opposite. No? Meguri and I sometimes meet up at night. It was when I walked Meguri home one night that I first met Ria. I'm cool with it if you're feeling alright. Alright, just wait for me. I'll pick you up. You shouldn't be going out. You shouldn't be out walking by yourself at this hour. She told me to meet up nearby her house, so I head on over. I see Meguri waiting when I arrive. You're perky. It sets the tone, so it's fine. Meguri walks slowly as if she's guiding me. I match her pace to stay beside her. No worries. Where are we going? I think I screwed it up again. As long as it's not too hard, I'm fine with anywhere. Yeah. I give a curt reply. I find myself walking faster, but so I consciously slow down to keep up with Meguri. She leads me to the park. You heard about it? I don't get you at all. Meguri sits down on the same bench Ria did. I fall suit. I just sat here inside when Ria left after the argument. Sorry. Looks like I wasn't much help. I wasn't able to change Ria's mind. It's like you said on the phone. A plan? What do you have in mind? I recall what Ria said earlier. Ticks me off when I hear that. I find it hard to believe such a meek girl really said that. Not much time, huh? They'll likely do their surgery around
残り時
Meguri's
間は
birthday.
少ないけど、その間に
We
何
don't
とか
have a
して
month.
リアには引き下がっても
Possibly
らう。
they'll do it
ちゃんと納得させた上でね。しこりを残したままだと私がモヤモヤするし。理想はリアの命がちゃんと助かって、
Even if she's
私
saying
の方
it
が
isn't
限
too
界まで生き
tragic.
抜いてから死ぬ。
Her
逆に
voice
最
is
悪は
hollow.
私が既得とか
Not
も
the ordinary.
気がついたら移
Talk
植手
about
術
her
が
own
終わ
death
ってました。
Waiting. That's all you
そ
can
れと
do if
リ
you
アが
have
自
the
分から
Oman
死んじゃって
disease. Unless there's
後
a
には
miracle
心
at
臓
the
が
end of
残
the
されてい
tunnel.
たっていうのもアウト。
That doesn't suit your image at all. Meguri lets out a cheerful laugh alongside her unbefitting
ちゃんと時伏
self-praise.
せて
Her
諦めても
expression
らう。
has started to stiffen
あくまでも華麗に
since we've
クール
been
にね。
focusing on depressing topics.
こんなクールビューティー捕まえて何言ってんの。
You got it. I don't know why, but she just does. I don't know why, but she does just so.
何にしても
Put
本
on
当
her
に頼り
phone,
たい
even
と。
if
だ
it's
から
very nice.
今はまだ謝ることなんてありません。よーし、
What do you
素
see?
直にご
What you
褒
see
美
is
に
what
な
you
でなでを
get.
してあげよう。
As if reading my mind, she put some distance between us. I feel like she was leading me
もう
on,
ちょ
so
っ
I
といい
intentionally
感じ
didn't
のリア
let
クショ
her
ン
to
してよ。
Don't look so sad about that.
でもやめろって
You always
言わ
act
ない
like
じゃん。
that. Contrary to how she is on the outside, it's hard to get a read on the real Meguri Shukugawa. She's always bubbly and friendly. But maybe it's just
逃げ
all
られ
that.
た。
You always act so normal. But you're not doing so hot. Really? What part of it is that? What part of that is normal?
そんなことないよ。ちょっと前に倒れたこと以外
You
は
don't have
普
to
通通
keep
り。
putting on a brave face.
ほんとほんと。
My eyes are suddenly drawn to the left
ちょ
side
っ
of
と
her
肌が濃
chest.
くなった程度。
Patch resembling a cluster of sakura petals right there under her clothes.
でも体の調子はいつも通りだよ。見た目だって前と大して変わらないんだしさ。
Sorry. I look away without saying a word. She's right after all. I was definitely staring at her breast pretty intently.
いいよ別に。気になるのはわかるし。それにリュウジはそんなエッチい目で見ないって知ってるから。
Meguri brushes a bright red, a rare sight indeed. I should apologize since it's my staring
なん
that
でそんな
caused
妙に慌てるの
all
さ。そういう反応されるとこっちが恥ずくなるんですけど。
this. Okay. Alright, sweet. Even though we're the same distance as we were on the porch, it feels more awkward this time around.
目そらすの禁止。まっすぐ私の顔を見る。
Meguri stands up. The signal that we're
それで
done,
OK。
that the signal that we're done with the conversation, just like what Ria did. Sure, let's brainstorm a bit. Meguri starts walking as she sits there. I get up from the bench and move beside her. As long as I'm not in the way. I know I read that part wrong, but it's too late now. My heart aches hearing her sulk like that. I steered the conversation back to Ria in order to distract myself from my own feelings. You don't want Ria to die for you, right? What about your parents? What do they think? So bleak to hear her say kill casually. Only now do I realize that her parents, whom I never met, are facing the same dilemma my parents were in. Do your parents plan on trying to change her mind? I just want to hear what her parents has to say. I want to talk to the people that started this whole bizarre chain of events to find out what goes on in their heads. I want to talk to your parents too, not just Ria. Just a thought I had. True, but you know, it's hard to butt into other people's affairs. I guess it's easier for someone to dig around if they're already familiar with those people. Something like a cousin or a relative. I take it your relatives are kept in the dark about all of this. Alright, man. I'm in on a pretty big secret now that I think about it. Even Ria was shocked when I told her as much today. Her words suddenly begin to trail off. What the heck? And now she's staring at me. She continues eyeing me. I just forgot about the interaction. I'm starting to feel uneasy. Earth to Meguri? That's sudden. What is it? What? What? Right. What's got you so
リュウ
hesitant?
ジがうちの問
Is it
題に
about
口を出せるようになる方法。ああ、いや、でも。
The unease inside of me is getting worse as Meguri dances around the subject. What's worse? It's as if she's eyeing me to see my reaction. Sounds like it'll be complicated. Just spit it out. So she wants me to be her relative somehow? How in the world is that not complicated? Oh, they do look like they're trying to fix a relationship, according to Kogane, Mia, and Ria. What kind of relationship are we talking about here? Damn it! I have no idea where she's heading with this. Meguri averts her eyes, leaving me more confused. Takes a few seconds to collect herself before apprehensively looking back at me. I'm sorry? Again, I'm left unable to find any words. What kind of nonsense is she spewing? Right on the money. How do you even arrive to that? How do you even arrive at that idea? So we'll be lying. I'm startled now. I'm startled now that the gravity of what she's saying has sunk in. However, I'm relieved to hear myself confirming it's a lie. Things may change on the surface, but our relationship as friends and classmates will remain the same. Will that make talking easier? I don't know why it took me that long to even comprehend it. No, it's not. But once we tell that lie, it'll be a burden for both of us. Must be why Meguri mentioned that I'd hate it earlier. No, nothing. What kind of operation name is that? Not that I have anything better. When I say that, sigh as I answer. Her question is the one final escape hatch before we commit. We'll be acting, not that we're actually dating for real. Yeah, let's do it. Maybe. I forgot. The energy returns to her voice as she lightly hits my arm. She's back to acting perky now compared to her uncharacteristic bashfulness. That means in front of Ria too. For such a sudden conversation, I seem to be handling it
じゃあ
well.
これから私の家族
I
の前
guess
じゃ
I'm used to
リュウジ
Meguri
の
and
彼氏ってことで
her eccentricism at this point.
いやー、それにしてもまさか付き合うことになっちゃうとはね。最初に会った時にはこんなことになるなんて考えもしなかったよ。
So shameless.
気にすんな気にすんな。素敵な彼女ができたんだから喜んどきなさいな。
Fake girlfriend, mind you.
そうだね。いわゆる一つの彼女かっこ仮。
At least she understands this is a sham. Her tone returned to normal and confirmed as much. Yeah, it doesn't feel like I have made an actual girlfriend at all.
とりあえず彼氏彼女のふりをしてうちの両親と話してもらうってことで。
Alright.
よし決定。タイミングはこっちで決めるよ。我が家に呼ばせてもらっちゃっていいかな。
I'm fine with whatever.
じゃあ近々呼ぶね。宣言通り誠心誠意歓迎する。
You said that yesterday when I gave you the rice cracker. Nice. But she doesn't need to go out her way for me.
なんか歩き始めたと思ったら話が終わっちゃった。
Yeah. We reached a decision pretty quickly.
もうちょっといろいろ考えると思ったんだけどな。まあいいか。出ないよりはマシだね。
Her satisfied tone seemed to indicate a stopping point in our walk. At the very least, we have a starting point. I know what we're doing going
今
forward.
後のことも決まったし、私はもうちょっと歩いてから帰るかな。
You want to aimlessly walk around some more?
リュウジはどうする？このまままっすぐ帰る感じ？
No, we're close to your house. I can walk you home first.
それは彼氏として私を途中まで送ってくれるということ？
Don't act all surprised. That's what I always do.
それもそうだね。
It's dangerous for a girl to walk alone at night. Besides, I don't know when she'll have another episode. During this hour, it's best that I walk her home. I always
そ
do.
れじゃあ来た時と同じくベターっと甘えさせてもらいましょうかね。
She hits my shoulder again and looks up at me with a smile. My fake girlfriend's friendly face never changes. I walk alongside her on our way back down the road. And we're back to where we first met up.
ここまででいいよ。
Alright, sounds good. I've seen her off from here many times, but I never actually gone all the way to her house. It demonstrates how we're keeping a proper distance from each other, but it looks like that'll crumble
あ
soon.
りがとね、リュウジ。付き合ってくれて。
No worries, I'm free anyways.
暇だろうがなんだろうが使える時間は限られてる。私のわがままに時間割いてくれてるからその分の感謝だよ。
She takes a step away from me. She's walking like she did before, even if we're dating now.
それじゃあまた明日ね。彼氏くんって言っても教室の中じゃ普段と変わんないか。
True. We only have to do this in front of your family.
じゃあせめて連絡するときはラブい感じにしとこうかな。
You can be yourself.
なんだよ、私に負けず劣らずのクールだな。
I unconsciously smiled at her ill-suited self-praise. How did the visual novel knew I unconsciously smiled? Meguri cracks a smile as if she were caught in the act. This is how we always
お
are.
やすみ、リュウジ。
Yeah. Good night, Meguri. She starts walking in the opposite direction of my house. As see her wave her hand before she turns the corner and vanishes. Fake boyfriend. Huh. I mutter that now I'm all alone. Never thought the day would come when I call myself someone's boyfriend. Even if it's all just an act. Well, not like there's any meaning behind that. With that, I head home. Check on the time on my phone. The date's just about to change. So that much time passed. Felt like I just went for a small walk. I make my way back home in a state of shock. Alright, that wraps up for today. I'll see you guys later. In another time. In another place. I'll see you when I'll see you.